being next to each other while in this matchup could be a benefit. It hasn't been the game changer so far for Solary, but this is a good start, and he missed Chaussette off the kickoff. That's tough.
A good start, huh?
Yeah, I thought it was. I thought it was.
Yeah, I'm there with you. I thought it was too. I thought Chaussette sniped that far post, and you saw what he was trying to do. I mean, any time off kickoff, you're trying to put it away from that defender who's usually going for the corner boost. And BDS, just a handful of seconds later, get on the board first, despite that attempt by Chaussette.
And Chaussette was the one off the backboard who couldn't get the read to. That is 2 mistakes from Chaussette that you have to deal with in less than 30 seconds into this matchup. And opportunities like that previously don't come too often against BDS.
Oh man, that is tough to swallow. Solary, they had that early chance, now find themselves down. BDS, very good when they have the lead. Also very good when they're battling from behind, so I guess that doesn't really matter too much.
Yeah. I mean, I was watching through all their group stages yesterday and refreshing my brain on, how they were scoring goals, what they were doing to get some wins, and marked by 8. Against White Demons specifically, he was so clutch. I think he scored 2 goals in with less than 10 seconds left. One of them forced him into an overtime. When he did get into OT, he was the one scoring the goals. I think if they're gonna need that clutch factor, it's gonna be marked by 8.
And marked by 8, if you watch the way he plays, a lot of times he'll play very far upfield and get those touches where, he's just picked up the enemy's corner boost, comes back into the play, makes things difficult. And that gives a lot of rebound goal chances for Monkey Moon and Extra. And then also, you can't discount the passing. And there's the demos as well. Mark, so deadly on the enemy half.
Yeah, I mean, he's willing to do the dirty work for BDS. Meanwhile, you've got Extra, who's the sharp shooter for this roster. Monkey Moon, though, has got a bit of mechanics himself off the corner. The angle it looked impossible, but, I mean, if Monkey Moon's behind the ball, you never know.
Players are getting so good, even with the reads off the corner.
Yeah.
In the past, those bounces, which you'd think would be throwaway, are still shots now that you have to defend. Just crazy.
Oh, Astral!
Astral, that huge dunk, and that barely slipped by Extra.
Look at the use of his boost right here to get right behind the ball. He actually boosted away from it so he could get the better dunk and not force a 50, but instead have a little bit momentum going into it after that initial touch from the defender. Got the dunk, and it slips in.
Yeah. That's great insight there. That little bit of distance, Turtle, that opens up a gap for you to let the ball get hit into you, have a little more space so that when it bounces back off you, you'll have the distance between the defender to actually get it by him. Whereas if you're really close like that, it's just going to pinch out somewhere. Astral very mindful about that, and it paid off.
It's really quite entertaining to watch him in the air. Using the boost control like that, Monkey Moon did get the demo and opened up an opportunity, but it wasn't enough. And we're still tied up here. Solary looked to be making a nice little comeback. Barely marked by 8. A little bit of a miss, and Astral can get the save. This is a lot of pressure from the defense of Solary, but they handle it well.
Solary also getting away with one there. The rebound from the marked by 8 shot. Normally it's a goal, and now Chaussette will get a rebound goal on the other end.
And he's not going to miss this one. He had the unfortunate miss in the earlier series, and now Extra gets bumped off the backboard. Chaussette comes through, and he makes up for that initial mistake at the beginning, James.
Oh, that was a nice cleanup, but you just can't ignore that bump from Astral.
Oh, yeah.
As soon as Extra touched that ball, you saw he wanted to jump out there and follow up his touch, but Astral bumping him into oblivion.
Astral does that a lot off the backboard, going for those bumps for anybody on the goal line. And usually we have Farah on Solary with this roster doing that, and you're hoping to see Astral behind the ball striking, but a little bit of a role change, I would say, to give Astral some more aggression.
Now another shooting chance. Big save from Farah. It was a bouncing shot. Now Astral, the dribble, flicks it towards net. Extra there to deny it. Farah popping it up. Mark setting up Monkey Moon in the middle. It's a race. Chaussette skipping it to midfield, and another follow-up. Huge win at the midfield by Chaussette. Now a double commit. Monkey Moon keeping possession though, and he'll push this upfield. Even more.
50. Oh my goodness. Farah had to slow down a bit in his rotation just to get a challenge, but Monkey Moon destroyed him on that 50.
Solary has been taking it to BDS. No double commit there, though. Farah's going to have to struggle to get back. Astral waiting, hoping his teammates get the stop. Farah, nice clear off to the side, but still on the attack. A demo from Monkey Moon. He'll turn. He'll take it airborne. Astral up early. Blocks the play. And that's going to buy precious seconds now for Solary.
Yeah, and that's a huge win for Astral. Even if he doesn't get a touch there, just forcing the defender early on to go into an awkward angle, knowing you have to dodge that challenge or at least get a 50, saves a lot of pressure for his defense. And hopefully, if you are a fan of Solary, at least they can survive. Otherwise, BDS might make an attack within the final 10 seconds, marked by 8. He does this all the time. We'll see if he gets one here.
Double commit for BDS. Neither contact. It's bouncing wide open. Farah! Farah, the wide open breakaway after that horrendous team bump at midfield.
Slow and steady wins the race. Astral had no boost going in for that challenge. He was just trying to get behind the ball. I don't even think it was intended as a fake. But for BDS, they thought he was going to go flying by. Two players get contact with each other on the same team. And that's security for Solary.
Oh my, Solary, what a start for them. I mean, even at the beginning, you said it was a good start. Chaussette had that open net look. He wasn't able to clutch it. But man, Solary hanging with BDS every step of the way. And a lot of that due to the speed from Astral. You even saw it at the end where Monkey Moon was trying to take the ball up in the air. And you talk about respect. Normally teams a little bit hesitant. Sometimes they're worried to challenge Monkey Moon or whoever from Team BDS is up there in the air because they're worried they might get it around him. But Astral, he was immediately off the wall, boosting to that challenge, shutting down the play from Team BDS, and really not giving him any space. Also, Farah, some good saves. Chaussette, he had some good looks, cleaned up a goal, but you talk about impact player. To me, it was Astral in this one.
I mean, there's no denying that because he was involved with literally every single goal from Solary. We saw the bump like this off the backboard. We also had seen the initial dunk to get Solary on the board. And then finally, to top it all off, he comes out with a fake, which I don't know if it was intended as a fake, but he just had no boost. And if Astral's behind the ball, James, you're going to assume he's gonna fly in at supersonic speed. So the fact that he didn't have any boost was what it took to fake out BDS. Got a slower challenge, popped out into the middle. Astral involved on every play. And he's going to need to keep that up because BDS, they get upset. They're hungry now for that win to get back in the series.
And BDS, sometimes they do start a little bit slow. Gonna have some things they'll need to clean up. The double commits there, especially that last one.
Yeah.
It was brutal.
And it's surprising. We usually don't see Team BDS panic that much on offense and have double commits come out. So that just proves that Solary really putting them in uncomfortable and awkward situations.
Astral, see how fast he followed that up. Mark gonna be out of boost. Chaussette and Farah, it's always dangerous taking the ball into the middle that way. Now rebound out the top from Astral. Monkey Moon shoots far post, but Chaussette was there. Big time saves coming out from Solary.
I don't even know how Astral got a touch on that first shot, and then Chaussette had to pre-jump it. That's two back-to-back saves. Now Astral on the dribble, he doesn't have any boost, but we've seen what he does with 0 in the tank. Almost makes a play, but BDS hold on.
Now that won't be savable. Mark off the pass from Monkey Moon. BDS out to an early lead yet again.
Oh, there's a quick 1-2. The initial touch from Mark was right up to Monkey Moon. He knew how to move this ball down the field. The counterattack with a perfect transition off the backboard. That's what BDS do best. It's not the fanciest looking goal, but my goodness, was the execution flawless.
Yeah, I mean, you see Solary playing so far upfield, and Monkey Moon decided to just blast it as hard as he could and hope for that backboard bounce. It was too fast for Astral to get to. You saw him trying to get there, but no chance.
Oh,
and almost an own goal. Oh, that was a pinball machine out in front of net. Very fortunate for Solary that wasn't goal number 2 for BDS. And the dunk, Chaussette standing right there. The block attempt from Extra. Mark will turn. Monkey Moon up. He's going to bounce all the way back. Chaussette's there. Extra low on boost. Has none. Looking for small pads. Gets the corner and the touch.
You can tell BDS, they're warmed up. We just saw an onslaught of shots, and then Mark by 8's forced to get that save, falling down on top of the goal. Gets the pre-jump. And that looked like what Solary had been doing all game long, James.
Oh, yeah. And that was even a nice shot there from Astral, who was saving his air roll to the last second. That last second adjustment, trying to keep the defenders guessing, but in that position. Oh, and a huge
what a 50!
commit. You saw everyone from Solary there in the box, and it works out.
Oh, and check out Chaussette. He has to get that double touch, which threw off Monkey Moon. It wasted maybe 1-2 seconds from Monkey Moon going to that challenge early on, and then Farah muscles it through on the challenge. Solary, they have come to play today, James.
They certainly have, and not only that double touch there from Chaussette was nice, but you saw him continue forward, trying to block off that zone, threatening the bump to anyone who was there. Now another bump from Farah. Extra was the last line of defense. He's getting dribbled for a moment. Solary looking so good right now.
I didn't think they were going to get out of that defensive stance where they're just making pre-jump save after pre-jump save. BDS looked like they were unshakable, but I guess it takes 150 and a good movement down the field to get a couple of shots on BDS.
Back pass, Mark. Very light hit. Chaussette popping it up high. Astral will drop it back down. Chaussette going off the backboard. Farah was the last man back. He had Astral sitting at no boost in net. Astral now going to be racing back. And a team bump off the respawn. We'll see if that comes back to bite Solary.
I didn't do anything. Somehow.
Well, they're still struggling to recover from it, Turtle. And that's one of those things you just can't control, and you never know where you're going to spawn. That immediate moment when you spawn, you have to just take a second and find out where you are on the field.
Normally after a team bump, it's hard for both players to get back into rotation because you'll see them going into the same spot, possible double commit later on. But Solary handled it well, excuse me. And they've also been handling the chaos of BDS rather well. Here's Chaussette with a cleanup, but the 50 was blocked out, and Farah keeps this ball in. The pressure for Solary still continues.
And Solary still, they're happy when they're up on the attack to have all three players up there on BDS's half in a tight rotation. And it's been working to see how well they've been able to keep BDS pinned down.
Well, I think a big chunk of that is from the mid boost. I've been on Astral and Chaussette's camera for almost this entire game, swapping between them, and they're constantly taking the midfield boost, getting back in rotation, and that's what gives them that edge to make those challenges that we saw earlier on.
And also letting them get back in time if they get beat, as long as they can keep BDS low boost. Chaussette in the net. Pop it upfield to Farah. Farah off the bounce, goes for a backboard. It's a nice one, but Monkey Moon was there. If anyone from Solary was quick off the read, they might have had a shot opportunity. Still even. Final 10 seconds until overtime. Monkey Moon using his flip to push the ball out. Chaussette breaking up that play. And now extra off corner. Hit downfield, and we've got overtime, Turtle.
I mean, I have to applaud Solary's defense and how early they are to get up to these challenges and the shots that BDS are putting on. I mean, Astral started the trend in game one, but it seems as though Farah and Chaussette were able to follow. And they're meeting these challenges in the air. Even if they can't get a touch, they just want to throw whoever's striking the ball off a little bit, make them change that angle slightly to have a weaker shot.
Oh, Chaussette, I don't know if he got bumped or if he was low on boost there. This is an awkward defensive situation. Chaussette again running to make the save. Low boost now. Solary trying to keep BDS at bay. Astral will have a look up the wall. He's deadly in these situations, going for the air dribble. That play shut down, but Astral did snag that corner boost. Solary turning the tables. Astral up against Mark by 8. He'll opt for the corner boost. Now Astral going for it. Big boom. Does he get the double? He does. Going for the 50. Monkey Moon will pop it over him, but Chaussette receives.
Oh, the pump
out
from
of boost at the last second.
Astral took out that third man Defender now off the backboard. The rotation
could be
broke.
it.
This is surely got to lead to something, but it doesn't amount to anything. BDS recover in time.
Oh, if Farah had 30 boosts, it would have been enough.
Yeah.
Couldn't get the pace to get there off the backboard, but that was a chance. Marked by 8. Oh, that's a nice attempt there. Going for the corner pinch pass. Astral, lovely control. He's off the ceiling, and Marked by 8 calls his bluff. If Astral flipped into that, was able to get a follow-up hit. He might have been able to get past Mark there, but Mark so quick to challenge.
Oh my goodness, and Marked by 8 is forced to get a touch, and Astral still follows it up. And you've got to be worried if you are BDS in that last line of defense, because Solary have been looking for demos on their way out to break the rotation. It almost got that goal that we saw earlier on from Farah. You said, James, yourself, if he had 30 boosts in the tank, he would have gotten up to the challenge just in time and possibly put that one away to end the overtime. So for BDS, you need to be aware of all the rotations from Solary, dodge those demos as best as you can, and hopefully get a counterattack, because you've been stuck in defense.
Both teams well matched now. We're past that 2.5 minute mark of overtime. Mark up to Monkey Moon. Astral, nice hit over to Chaussette, who controls it, but didn't have a ton of boost to stay on top of it. Does get the mid boost though. Farah launched it up. Maybe thought Chaussette would stay up there. Monkey Moon trying to blast. Chaussette set up deep. Astral with the 50. Extra. Swooping in. Farah trying to stop it at midfield.
There's the
demo. About shot's going to be saved by Chaussette. Corner bounce out to Extra on 0. Going for the flick, and that's going to be denied. Follow up from Monkey Moon. One for another touch there. Mark off the backboard. It's
1v1.
almost weaving its way through the defense. But Solary surviving for now, but a demo is going to get the power play here for BDS. The shot is good. Extra wins it.
I thought Solary were going to get that third man demo, but this time it was Extra. He took out the third man rotating back, then instantly turns in the midfield for that shot. Doing so much work for Team BDS, not only breaking the rotation, but also breaking the backboard and breaking the net to get that goal. Lovely work from Extra.
And it was a well-timed demo at midfield. The numbers advantage for Team BDS.
Yeah.
And they're able to do what they do best. An infield pass followed up by a boomer of a shot. Extra beating out the Solary defense in those final moments of overtime. And really, Solary, Turtle, surprising, I think, a surprising start in a good way. They have been taking it to BDS, and they have really shown a lot of grit and determination. And I don't think they're out of this.
I mean, they're earning the spot too. Chaussette 7 saves in this game alone, while Team BDS were putting on so many different shots. We had seen pre-jump saves on both sides, actually. And I just wanted to highlight again on how impressive it was for Extra to get back into rotation within a matter of milliseconds, because normally when you go for a demo like that as a player rotating back, you'll get the demo and it kind of throws you off a bit. You're not too eager to get right back in rotation, but Extra knew where he had to be, got the demo, and sealed the shot.
Extra clutch. I mean, that's really BDS clutch. They were, what, 12-2 in group stage, finishing 4-0 in series.
Right. I mean, nobody took him to game 5 in Solary. We were getting close to a potential sweep. Had we seen them win the previous game, they made it to overtime. And another good start. Astral has been the forefront of a lot of these attacks. He's going to need to keep putting in work if Solary won a chance here against BDS as they get more warmed up and more aggressive with the demo.
Oh, yeah. And I think BDS, especially after that overtime win, maybe we'll start with those adjustments, trying to go for more demos.
Yeah.
Because you saw how tight that Solary's been playing, especially up in BDS's half. If they can start getting those demos even on the defensive end with how quickly BDS can counterattack, I think they'll be looking now more for those demos rather than trying to get boost like they have been. Nice cut from Mark. But the punch downfield, barely off target. Monkey Moon has 8 boost on the backboard. It'll be enough to get the touch. right down to Extra, who will follow it up with a challenge, but Farah taking it to the side. He's also low, and Mark will blast it downfield. Stopped by Astral. Astral getting to it. Nice 50. That corner boost snagged by Extra. It's going to be tough for Solary to keep pressure on. 2 players completely out of boost.
It was a big clear across as well from Mark by 8, who went for it anyway. Now he can take the corner boost, try to sustain some level of pressure. It has been a dogfight in the midfield for both teams. Massive clears, trying to find somebody on the other side, but the defense too good at reading the play and predicting where they're trying to go.
Extra good height on the 50, beat Farah. Josette.
There's Astral.
Got away from him. You saw him trying to go for the flick. Farah, step too slow. Mark, try to keep this in the corner. Monkey Moon opts for the boost rather than the 50. Got the extra touch. Now it's over to Extra. Now back to Farah. Another massive battle for possession we're seeing play out.
Right. Well, which excites me because now we're going to see one incredible counterattack, I think, from either team. This could be it. Extra. The pass up top to Monkey Moon, who went for the fake flip reset. Almost worked out. You can see he wanted to get the little soft touch, maybe throw the defense off, but nothing is getting past either team's back line. They are on point with these reads, James.
They certainly are. You can just tell by the score line. Still scoreless. Josette trying to get the right shot, and it was a good one, but Extra was ready for it. That shot rather telegraphed for quite some time.
Well, this is what I'm talking about, James. Those high floating clears. Astral's going for a couple of bumps. He's been the main aggressor. Talked about it previously. Normally it's Farah, and Monkey Moon, another flip reset attempt, doesn't get it. The early challenges from Solary are still working out.
And I think Solary, even though they lost that last game, the formula that they're sticking with is one for success. They are hanging with BDS every step of the way. Monkey Moon towards net, and it somehow gets by Farah and Josette. I think Josette saw that Farah had positioning, but you wonder if Farah had the boost. Oh, he did.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, that was savable.
That is so frustrating, too, because you're waiting on the final shot, and you can see how Farah, when he rotates into net, slows down just a bit, cuts off all this momentum, and with the power of that shot from Monkey Moon, that's all it took to slip by 2 defenders in net. Josette wanted to leave it for Farah, assuming he's going to get the better touch, but nothing came out.
Yeah, and that's always awkward, right? And that's why sometimes you do just take shots on net, because even if there is a save there, you got the rebound chance. But there, 2 players close to the ball that even a split second of hesitation due to the positioning of the defense, that can be enough to open a window for the shot, and it was there.
Oh, but maybe Josette on the solo dribble, he went all the way from his own corner. And I think that previous goal highlights how important it is to not slow down in rotation once you get to this level, James. These teams, with how fast they're moving down the field, and Solary's strategy of meeting them early on and going for these challenges as soon as possible, you cannot slow down in that rotation if you're coming back to the goal line. Otherwise, you throw everything off, and Astral's trying to throw off the defense of BDS, but it's not on target.
Oh, that was a lovely chance there. Astral had to be precise. It was a good shot. It was on target, but it wasn't precise enough. Now a pass over to Mark, and Mark over Farah. He also had to be precise, and he didn't fail.
And you can see him creep forward, takes the corner boost. That's how much confidence and respect you have for your teammates, that you can actively go forward, get the boost steal, and then have a free shot delivered to your doorstep.
Wow. And that is not an easy shot from Mark to not only hit the shot, put it top shelf, but also get it around the defender. That was beautiful.
Mark by 8's alone in the net, but now the time has run out. BDS get a little bit of a comeback and take the lead in the series with how we saw Solary come out in that first game, James. I thought maybe we'd see a massive upset against Team BDS, possibly a sweep even for Solary with how great Astral looked. in the few first moments, but BDS, this is why they're so good. They can recover, adapt, and then completely swap up their play style, be a bit more aggressive. You've seen them go for the corner boost steals as well with Mark by 8 in the last few seconds. And it's just so much to handle as a team. What do you do if you're Solary at this point?
Yeah, I mean, you just have to be perfect on your shots. We saw chances, but they just weren't good enough. The shots had to be better. And you talk about better shots, you can't help but talk about BDS.
Right.
That shot was savable, but this one here, from Mark by in the corner to beat the defender as well. It is so tough to do that. Especially when you've got a bumper in your windshield and you're trying to shoot through traffic from the corner. That was a world-class shot. Mark really stepping up here for BDS, and it's no surprise that BDS stepping up even in a close series like this, where Solary has kept it close. Even in that one, it was tied for a long period of time, or at least close for a long period of time, and Solary threatening. Just couldn't find that hole.
We just saw one of the most incredible pinches from the midfield. 2 players on Solary went for the ball. I wish we had resulted in something from that. And then this touch from Monkey Moon. How did this go in? Where was the defense?
Astral bumped Monkey Moon. They both got tangled up.
What?
And it barely grazes Monkey Moon's bumper, which must be made of vibranium or something. I have no idea how he got so much power on that.
Oh my, I did not think that there was any chance a goalkeeper wouldn't find the save from Monkey Moon's angle. Even with the amount of power he hit it with, there should have been something, but I guess that bump threw off Astral just enough.
So numbers advantage, double commit here. Chaussette gonna try to handle this ball as quickly as he can. Low boost here for Monkey Moon, who's getting small pads in front of net, trusting Extra to get it to the corner, and he does. Now demo from Extra. Chaussette gonna keep the pressure going. Mark touches it out. You saw Astral diving for the shot.
That was such a crucial touch from Mark by 8 as well. I think it was Monkey Moon who was in net, and he was not going to get up to that shot. There was no way he could match that pace of the striker that was Astral. And Mark by 8 saving him, putting the team on his back. Honestly, I would say at this point, Mark by 8 has been so clutch in moments like that that aren't too flashy, but he's making a massive difference on the field, not only on defense, but on offense.
Oh yeah, so Monkey Moon, he gets so much of the press for BDS, but when you're in these series watching these games, you can't help but notice that huge impact from Mark. As he hustles to that ball, getting a chance to put it off the backboard, but it was shut down.
And even the security goal that Mark by 8 got in the previous game was crucial for the confidence of BDS. Extra moving forward. It seems like we've come back into that state of long booming clears for both teams where you're trying to fight for the possession, but you can't find it because both defenses reading the game well, prepared for the counterattacks. And hopefully we see some kind of mechanical shot, because whenever these high floaters go to the other side, it gives players like Astral and Monkey Moon time to get those flip resets in.
Mark lobbing into the corner. Monkey Moon patient there. He read that very clearly. Chaussette been a bit telegraphed at times this game, not only shooting, but also in the passes. And you're going to need to see more creativity out of Solary, especially against a rock-solid defense like Team BDS.
Well, and they certainly have what it takes to activate that creative aspect. I mean, Astral, I believe, earlier on against Wild in the group stage, got like a double flip reset. I was rewatching some of the highlights, and you set him up and give him some space, he's going to make something.
But you need a dynamic attack as well, Turtle. You know, it's all up to one player. That can be tough. Whereas you
and especially if it's BDS.
Yeah. The triple threat, who you never know
I
where.
think Astral's good enough. Astral's good enough to carry the offense to a win here, okay? Don't you dare discredit him.
That's a lot of faith, especially against Team BDS, who has been almost invincible.
Yeah.
But there's still time for this one. And if Solary can get that equalizer and get the win in overtime, won't be out of the realm of possibility. Mark to the side. Astral keeping the attack going. It's going to be an over-the-shoulder save, bouncing off the backboard. High shot from Chaussette.
Oh, I love the touch.
Farah. going for the pass instead, and it's a big commit. Farah trying to get around the ball, and he does get it shot off to the side. But Farah going for the drop pass to Chaussette there.
It was such a good idea for that pass to come out because there was a defender on the backboard who would have saved it if you go for the double touch, but the striker couldn't find the accuracy needed. There was enough time. I think that was the one chance we're going to look back to, especially if BDS end up taking this game.
And I think there just wasn't enough runway. Chaussette might have been going for the demo. I mean, if Farah does go for a flip reset there to slow down the shot, that might buy Chaussette enough time to actually get a bump or a demo on that goalkeeper. So you're right, Turtle. They're going to look back at that chance and see what they could have done differently. Solary still trying to finish it off. The bump attempt, extra, jumps past Astral and dribbles the ball off to the side. Now a pinch will clear it out. You see Farah and Chaussette flipping backwards, now turning finally. But Mark in position. Astral with the lob up, extra. Gonna stay behind it. Oh, and this is gonna even more time. But he misses the second touch. Last chance here.
Here we go.
For Solary. Farah, can he get back underneath it? No, he cannot. Team BDS, after dropping game one, roar back with 3 straight. And they show you why they are Europe's most deadly team.
And that is just heartbreaking for Farah. You can see he was going in for that buzzer beater, got a nice touch, but couldn't recover in time to get right under the ball. And even in those, I'd say the last minute of this game, James, you saw what Solary were trying to do. Chaussette, Astral specifically, were going for the bumps on the third man, and it was usually extra. But I'm curious because BDS were jumping very, very early. You could see Extra would double jump to try to avoid those demos. That is how BDS are so strong and so consistent. They adapt to certain play styles like that with Solary, for Chaussette and Astral, when you're going for those bumps, which they were landing earlier on. Maybe if you jump a little bit earlier, go for some pre-jumps like Extra did, you're not going to get taken out. There's going to be no chance given, and your defense will hold out strong. BDS, like you said, roar back, and they do it in style.
Yeah, BDS, you can never count them out. And then also, you just have to commend them for how well they're able to adjust mid-series.
Yeah,
we saw so many aspects of their game. Solary, though, that was a respectable performance. It was a few shots away from being a completely different story for Solary. But now, Team BDS will be moving on. And we're going to have to see Solary go down into that lower knockout gauntlet. So their journey is not over just yet, and neither is ours. We're going to go to a quick break, but when we come back, we've got Team Queso going up against Team Liquid. Stay with us.